Let's get it started.
I'd like to introduce will.i.am. We're both the same age, and I remember seeing him in downtown LA, and it's amazing to see him here again. He's a founding member of the 7-time Grammy Award-winning band Black Eyed Peas. His philanthropic work includes founding the I Am Home Fund to help parent families from losing their homes, among other great organizations.
Hello, my name's Austin, and I had a quick question for any of you. What led you guys to your passion, and do you think that impacted you greatly to make a change in the world?
How old are you?
I'm 12.
What grade is that again?
6th grade.
Right, when I was in 6th grade, I had a teacher by the name of Mr. Wright. And Mr. Wright at Brentwood Science Magnet School said, we have to turn in canned foods because we're doing a food drive for the poor people. So I go home and I tell my mom, Mom, we got to turn in canned foods for the poor people. So my mom says, Willie, you ain't turning no canned foods, right? So make a long story short, Brent and Brad and all the people from my elementary school came to my house on Thanksgiving and brought canned foods to my house. And that's when I realized that we were poor. I didn't know that. I had no concept of poor because everyone next door to me were poor. But I went to rich schools. I was part of the magnet program. And when you're in the ghetto, you have a choice of being a gangster, sports, or picked on because you're not a gangster or sports. So I chose music. I dressed the way I dressed because people can identify me that he's not a part of the gang. So I always dressed loud colors and funky little style because they didn't mess with me. It was a way for me to be safe from drive-bys or drugs. So music was by default, but also out of survival. And then people encouraged me. Wow, you're really good, and that gave you confidence, you know? And I remember telling my mom when I was 13, I'm gonna buy you a house. So then she told me, don't make promises you can't keep, right? So if you're gonna do something, you better do it. You know, you have to do it. There's nothing in your way. No is just pause, right? And you want to show the people that said no, as long as you're not doing something that's going to hurt somebody, you want to look at them and, you know, not to tease them that you achieved it, but that you can do anything you put your mind to.
Did you get her the house?
I bought my mom a house, grandma house, aunt a house, uncle a house.
I was just wondering, who is your daily inspiration? Who do you get up for? Or like when you just started out in like music or surfing, who inspired you to do something?
For me, it was just mute. Of course, like people like Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, and other groups that I loved. And then Matta's mom, she had this nice big house in Irvine, and I would ask her like, "This is your house? How did you do it?" Yes, we were born in Iran and we came here. Like, wow, how do you, we live in the projects, how did you get this house? And just asking people questions and then seeing CEOs like, so what is it like running this company? And then asking questions, and then now you're inspired by people that aren't in music but are in business. And then I just flew from, I haven't slept. I was in Korea today. I had 2 days in one day. I was in Korea and flew here, and it was still the 4th.
Yep, me too. I was in Australia.
You know what I'm saying? Flying in the air, found it.
I'm asleep. I'm falling asleep.
But you know, asking questions. I remember I was just there, and there's this lady by the name of Mickey Lee. She's my new inspiration. You always got to find new inspirations, right? There's always going to be somebody that's doing it better than you're doing it. And if it's not in music, it's in business. If it's not in business, it's in philanthropy. If it's not, you have to look, to always be open-minded on who's going to inspire you, who's going to be your muse, right, to make music, or who's going to be your muse to, you know, hang up inspiration in the walls of your mind like a museum. Who's going to be your muse to do amusing things, right? So I just like the word muse.
We should thank our panelists for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was incredible.
just one closer to that yes and that opportunity and that basically that time to succeed.
You know, will.i.am, I think he's really inventive with the way he goes about using not only where he came from, but also where he's going and the people he's been in contact with, and all his history tied into to where he gives, where he donates his time and his energy, and it's really inspiring.
See you next time. Walking through it step by step like an infant new kid, inch by inch with a new solution.